Hi, it's Ileana. So recently I had done a remote viewing on Lockheed Martin reverse engineering programs of triangular crafts, cigar-shaped crafts, and disc crafts. And I had described that Lockheed craft use ionization and plasma warp drives in their crafts. There had been a IEEE scientific conference in June 2023 that was talking about concepts of building warp drive reactors that are built on ionization and plasma rings for the reactors and other concepts of how to build the core. This was exactly what I was discussing, that Lockheed has built crafts using ionization engines and plasma engines, but the way they build them is in warp drive nacelles, so it's in a smaller device that gets put inside the crafts, and that is the power source that powers the crafts for anti-gravity flight. So when I was reading this information about the warp drive reactors, I got ionization fields running through the long warp reactor, and then plasma fields in concurrent sections and rings. And that's the warp drive reactor concept. Lockheed craft do not have built-in ring systems. They have full ionization and plasma engines built within smaller modules, the warp drive nacelles placed inside the crafts, and that is its anti-gravity propulsion systems. So Lockheed has figured out how to scale down warp drives and put them inside their crafts, reverse engineered crafts, from original non-human origin crafts. They've reverse engineered their own. But current scientific concepts are to build warp drive reactors on a bigger scale, and that would replace propellant fuel in the future for any spacefaring crafts. So this stuff is interesting. The IEEE conference has 7 pages on the warp reactor drive concept. The way I was seeing it looks slightly different than what their diagrams is, the way I'm perceiving it. So I drew what I was seeing of what these warp drive reactors will look like once they're built. And it's very similar again to Lockheed Martin's concepts of ionization and plasma engine drives, but this warp drive reactor concept is on a bigger scale. What Lockheed has done is they've scaled down the warp drives, and that's what has made them successful in reverse engineering crafts and putting these smaller built, downscaled warp drive nacelles with plasma and ionization energy technology, especially in the triangular crafts that they've tested and that fly around, and their bus cigar-shaped spacecraft that are also transporting cargo and supplies and military personnel. And that's already been in production. So I wanted to share this add-on concept of what's going on in reality and what was being discussed in June 2023 and what's in the works. So thank you so much.